Hello all. So, lately I've been having a lot of problems with BPH. If anybody in video land has had experience with this, I'm not able to put up with the pills. The side effects are so severe for me. I've been in the hospital twice this week already for side effects. So if anybody has this and they've got some, a treatment that's working, let me know. Let's go get an oil update. Okay, here in the U.S., oil subsidies are coming. Because of the price for Brent crude, it's no longer profitable for Montana and North Dakota to make a profit with the oil anymore. So, of course, the U.S. is going to subsidize these states. So what they're going to do is Montana and North Dakota, both governors, are going to change the formula for the oil taxes so that the oil taxes going to the local states from 25% to 60%. So in other words, the U.S. is going to subsidize the oil cartel here in the U.S. And the people of the U.S. will be paying for it. Instead of subsidizing renewable energy or get more modern in the way of our infrastructure, we're going to give the oil companies, it looks like, mostly free roads, subsidized water supplies, and other tax breaks so that they can go on and keep fracking here in the U.S. And supposedly paying the oil companies is going to help the revenue in that state. But the revenue from that those states are getting are coming from the rest of the U.S. So we here in the U.S. are now paying subsidies, more and more subsidies to the oil company, instead of paying subsidies for the alternative energy companies such as solar and wind and water generation, hydro generation. All three of those are renewable and can be done forever and ever. So I guess we're just stuck in this oil problem till indefinite. They're saying that the oil prices will probably go back up in 2015, though I did see a couple of analysts that say that it's supposed to go down into the $20 a barrel. I don't know. We'll keep watching. Let's go up and see how the barges are doing in San Francisco Bay. We use these barges to determine the oil supply for California, Washington, parts of Oregon, to see whether our supplies are going up and down. So far we've seen a major reduction in oil barges in San Francisco Bay, and we've seen the cargo ships taking over the parking spots that the oil barges used to have. Seems to be about 5 barges in San Francisco Bay. Okay, let's go look and see what the rest of the world is doing about subsidies. Okay, the IEA latest estimates for world subsidies is up to $548 billion in 2013, and it's only going up. 4 times that of the renewable energy subsidies around the world. Apparently, many governments around the world are ready to subsidize the downturn in the oil business. Saudi Arabia is one, Venezuela, North Korea, and others, along with the U.S. and Europe. Why is it that we're not subsidizing 4 times the amount for alternative energy than we are for oil? Apparently, the politicians throughout the world haven't heard yet that there's difficulty in our environment, that the planet can't take too much more of the oil being pumped out. CO2 is climbing drastically in the atmosphere, and our atmosphere is changing the entire composition of what we're breathing. How much longer are we able to breathe? How much longer are we going to be able to breathe the air that's being pumped so full of CO2 and other harmful chemicals before all of a sudden we realize it's too much, too far? We can't just turn the clock back. Once it's done, it's done. It stays that way for many thousand years, if not a billion years. Oxygen itself in our climate is a byproduct of climate change because of the introduction of plants on the planet. Otherwise, this planet would not have oxygen in its atmosphere. So once you change the atmosphere, it stays that way for billions of years, if not forever. You can't turn the clock back to the way it used to be. Alright, we had a giant rainstorm, and let's go over to Libya and check out what's happening there. So one of the largest oil terminals was attacked in Libya last night. There are now 3 oil storage tanks on fire now. They're estimated that these fires will end probably tonight. It's the 26th of December 2014. Before the attack, they were putting out 340,000 barrels per day. This is down because it used to be 760 barrels per day. So Libya's output is falling. So I'll keep looking, and so I'll keep you up on what's happening. So that's the oil news for today, and I appreciate all the comments and the ups and the downs and the new subscriptions to the channel. I appreciate that. And until next time.